Hello there, and welcome to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.3 preview playthrough as the Arado Authority. In the last episode, we got into some pretty big fights with the Empire over Yagdal, and there's a pretty big Rebel fleet, or New Republic fleet, over Vondark right now. So we're going to have to figure out how we're going to deal with that. We have a fleet over Bespin here that's kind of holding the line. But we need to deal with Firmus Nance before they take too much of our stuff over this way. I think we're going to put Bosk into the Pathfinder slot there. And let's move you in here. What do you actually have there? So 3 Home 1 types, 5 Liberty types. This is not going to work for it, 25. You know what? Let's see what our turrets can do. And some people were saying, when I was saying that the AA stuff wasn't able to shoot, I was specifically talking about the turret's ability to shoot, not the ability of other stuff to shoot the turret. With the hard points, the current downside that we haven't fixed yet is that units will try to shoot at the hard point attachment bone, because usually that's how stuff with targetable hard points works. And with most of them right now, even when they're non-targetable, that still happens. But so for all of that, it'd be the tip of the gun that they're trying to shoot at. And you can just assign a different target bone, like the root bone, and that'll work fine. Really, the basic problem here is just that we didn't intend for those turret changes, or for all those hard pointing changes to go out in 2.2. It was stuff that was still in progress, but because it wasn't split off the main branch, it wasn't separated out. That's why it was included, and why some of them are a little broken in the released version. So that is our fault. It will be fixed. It's being fixed, but it's not a huge long-term issue. It is not a difficult thing for us to address.
Squad, advance.
Alright, so let's get some AI turrets. We'll get an AI and an anti-vehicle turret.
Ready. Turret constructing. Yes,
And I guess we'll grab some money. I like money.
We've captured enemy forces ahead. Right away. Construction complete.
Okay, well here they come.
That area, sir. All right, man. Take cover.
Alright, so there's half a squad.
Heading out. Fallout.
Let's get some more.
Let's move out. Turret constructing.
That sucks. Alright, so that's not gonna work. Let's just auto-resolve and see if we can get anything out of the auto-resolve from the buildings. 3. Not very good.
Lost.
Okay, so do we just... Yeah, let's just go and take Morja while we're here.
Invasion commencing.
After that, we'll need to go and deal with probably that Rebel... or the New Republic fleet. I'm gonna just keep calling them Rebels. They're Rebels. Gross, disgusting Rebels. General Weir.
Choose your reinforcements.
And there's another question in the comments about who all the heroes were, but a lot of the heroes in ICW, especially for the more minor faction, will probably be unfamiliar to a lot of people. The Warlords, we had to reach pretty deep to find any relevant characters, so some of them will be really obscure.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so we're going to go around that way. You're going to capture that, and...
We've secured a landing zone. Acknowledged.
You guys get in there, Strang.
Reinforcements en route. Moving out. We've located the enemy.
Okay, we get back up there.
D2B over.
These guys got to meander all the way around. Hey, did I not tell you to get back up here? Was I imagining that?
Reporting in. What's this? T2B, copy. Spread out, man.
Okay, he's gonna tank that.
I copy.
Strang. Nope, you gotta get through. We still need to add proper projectiles for that. For his weapon. It's supposed to be the flechette launcher from Jedi Knight. But right now it's obviously still using the projectile from the other regular lasers. You can shoot them, it's fine.
Roger that. Armor standing by. Choose your reinforcements. Armor ready. Advancing. Reinforcements canceled. Ready to roll. Moving out. Turret constructed. Roger that.
See, this is what I was talking about. So even though it's a giant body, this is the weapon. So they're aiming for that. And that's the kind of thing where you can just add target bones for ships. So it's not
Form up.
it's not the worst thing in the world.
Reporting
No,
in.
you are going the wrong way.
Roger that.
You can go
On
that
my
way
way, sir.
too. Back off.
Bomber standing by. Initiate
Let's go for the
attack.
farthest one.
Commencing bombing run. We've sighted them. Warm up. Target acquired. Walker moving out. Awaiting your orders.
Keep on walking in the freeway. Okay, you all came up here. Don't track the stupid kiting units. They're trying to lure you away from our safe turrets.
Awaiting orders.
I'm gonna have to send you this way.
I copy.
And I'm just gonna bombard that.
Reporting. Right away.
Okay, so now we can just walk out on the last of the structures.
Commencing.
Are they gonna try to... Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're just
Bomber squad.
going back and forth.
Awaiting orders. Yes. Affirmative.
You're gonna come up on this one anyways, so it can shoot whatever it wants.
Walker moving to attack. Targeting at maximum firepower. Moving out.
Alright, you guys can probably come out and help now.
Avoiding fire. Reporting.
I know that thing's a transport, so we could take more of them faster, but
Copy.
it's also about to blow up, so
Yes, Commander.
that could be bad.
Cannon charge. Ready. All out, troops. Let's move out. AT-AT ready.
Okay, so
Attack.
that's 2 T2Bs.
Armor transport ready. Reporting in.
See, now not all of our units died.
Roger that. Form up. Awaiting your orders. Copy.
Okay, you're gonna come and destroy that T2B for us. That's your new job. It's all you're here for.
Target. Copy. We are victorious.
There's Morja. Doesn't solve our giant Imperial or New Republic problem.
Planetary control achieved.
Let's see how we're still doing here. 25 planets, 18 planets for the New Republican Empire. In reverse order. Empire of the Hand is kind of weak. VA is not in a much better position, but better than Maldruden's title is in, better than us. One warlord planet, 1% military. That's actually I'm not sure I'm sure it rounds up actually. But that's disproportionately strong for them. They have less than 1% of the planets. They have more than, or they have 1% of the forces of corruption. Alright, there's still a bunch of patron units that I need to add. Those will be added over the, not the break, but before the next episode, and I'll fix the missing names, because like I said, I'm going to be recording them mostly in chunks. There are a few that were requested as well. Damocles, we can add in. Strike Fast, and we're getting to the point where all the ones that we currently have coded in are going to be in anyways. So everything should work out well there. Vigils are coming in. I'm going to get a few more Vigils. I'm not sure why the AI is so attack happy with them.
Construction complete.
You guys go in there. I want a probe droid. We're going to check out Endor. And I guess we'll just send...
Tactical battle imminent.
Oh.
Barracks destroyed.
See if we can deal with those. So let's I'm going to build up. Yeah, so I think I mentioned it in the first episode, but there were also a few questions in the comments about the 4 station slots here. So we are splitting level 3 shipyards into level 3 and 4 shipyards. So level 3 will basically be all capital ships and most battle cruisers. Level 4 is going to be for SSDs specifically. Where the exact size cut off for that, I'm not sure. We'll probably have it so that Praetors can still be at level 3 and then anything bigger, so Bellator and on. Oh, they left. And they left a lot of their... Okay.
We're on the move. Your orders. Gravity well generators online. Navigating to coordinates.
Is this Endeavor? Endeavor, get in there.
Moving to coordinates.
Zed. Let's get some fighters. It's easier to kill transports with fighters.
TIE interceptor here.
It's probably going to change.
Empire. TIE squadron here. For the Empire. Interceptor squad reporting. Confirmed. Flank speed. Coming around. Your command, sir.
So where did they go? Did they just go back to Shardan or Shambhala or whatever that planet is, just in the northeast?
Closing on target. Ready for command, sir. Course set.
So I didn't get the notification that an enemy fleet was approaching.
Commencing attack run. Intercepting. You're gonna be around much longer. Target critical. The enemy has been defeated.
Yay! Look at that. What a win for us. Okay, you can get back here now. Veers, your army can come up this way. We'll have to build this up. And
Constructing.
I'm going to go for the double hypervelocity guns there. I'm going to do the same thing at Shardan, probably. I mean, we mostly have the south bit of the galaxy taken care of. So we're going to be expanding this way anyways. But I guess if we leave it at Shardan, then we don't have to go out too far this way. We can just go straight into the core. So yeah, that's what we'll probably do. What do you got for us? That's not too bad.
Construction complete.
Right, so if we put these guys all in the same fleet with that other giant triangle of doom, is what I believe it's called, the Praetor that we have built already, we can send them out to Endor and they'll be able to take that for us. But first off, let's get Vondark back.
Invasion commencing.
Thrawn is here. Looks like he is flying solo, though.
I copy.
Other than Chewie.
Let's go. Choose your reinforcements.
This planet is probably too close to also be using this map.
Keep going.
But we've got like probably 5 or 6 maps already in the works that are going to be added in, and then there'll be even more over the course of 2.3 that are made. So
Enemy is approaching.
So we'll definitely be able to split that up a bit more. A lot of the maps that I do want to focus on, like basically Rogue just whatever he feels like making at the time, whatever he has inspiration for, he'll make. And Bob and I have also been working on some a little bit, less so us than Rogue. But I really want to get some of the more unique ones for Fall of the Republic done. That's going to be kind of a focus. So stuff like Christophsis, Megiddo, and that kind of thing that especially in Fall of the Republic would deserve some more unique maps. Like in a perfect world, we'd be able to add in a different map for every planet, but considering how long they take and that there's overall 300 planets between Fall of the Republic and ICW, a little bit difficult, especially for one dedicated mapper. I have been doing the live stream series for a while. The Monday Night Modding was making the Yaga Minor map. So if there's anyone who was watching that, maybe picked up some mapping stuff from that and you want to join the team, that's another option for that. Basically, we're always looking for more people to join. And a lot of the testers, so a lot of the people that join as testers, they'll usually end up learning one or another skill, or just something related to modding. Like a few of the testers right now, Exodus is kind of learning Lua scripting in XML. Mr. Puerto Rican's learning modeling.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, Commander. On it, sir. And in charge.
Alright. I definitely want to get some sort of better anti-infantry vehicle, because we only really have our starting vehicles right now. But yeah, I definitely want to start doing some more 3D art streams or something, because I really enjoy doing 3D art, and it's been so long since I was really able to do it with 2.2 going on. So I did the Vigil class Corvette, which is the one you can see in this playthrough, which of course isn't textured yet, but I'm also working now on the Invincible class Dreadnought for the CSA, and the TIE Punisher for Ariadu, which is hopefully going to be featured in this playthrough fairly soon. I'm working on them both simultaneously. Usually it's better to just focus on one model, but
Activating. Scanning for enemies.
I kind of wanted to make a capital ship, but we also need to get the fighter done, so...
Copy. Course run. Yes. Reporting yourself. They call that a
Everyone kill Han.
coordinates. Initiate course. Changing course.
Ready to receive your transmission.
Affirmative, sir. Reporting. Over there.
I'm just going to keep sending the AT-ATs in.
Ready. Target acquired.
You know what? Everyone just keep going in.
Right away.
We'll cover you. Roger that. Right away.
Ready. Acknowledged.
We'll deal with Han later.
Reporting.
One of you, though, can go and get that for us, because it hasn't cleared the Fog of War yet.
Sir.
And we'll go deal with the bunker. But yeah, so I think it's well, there were a few things we did before, but when we put together the list of all the assets for
Confirmed and complying.
2.3 and Fall of the Republic's first version, I think there were like 53 assets that were in the list total. I'm probably gonna post it on the forums in the Admiral's Lounge pretty soon. The full list.
Bombardment incoming.
But I think we're at like 14 that are done so far. So it sounds like a lot, but we actually have
Main cannons charged.
more people doing art right now than we have for a little while,
Your orders,
including a lot of people who were on the team before but became inactive for years, honestly, that they were not off the team, but
armed and ready.
like we don't really have many people that that leave the team, really. It just they either stop modding or become busy with other stuff. Over like the last 12 years, most people have stuck around in some way. So even if they're not like actively developing the mod, they're hanging out in the team chat. We've had, with any group project, you generally expect there to be some kind of
Weapons armed.
disagreements or interpersonal conflicts or something, but generally for 12 years we've had basically no issues. Like no one's ever
Yes, Commander.
left or been kicked from the team permanently for any kind of interpersonal problems, which is like super rare in modding especially. So that's always been a nice part about the mod.
Bombing run.
So there's some people who are like, they won't work on anything for a while, but they're still hanging around, and now some of those people are back on active duty, I guess.
Initiate bombing run. Ready to roll.
Alright, let's just get her there. It's a turret. We don't need to worry about it.
Secured and abandoned turbo laser charges locked. Form up.
Yeah, so we have a lot of people doing code. We have a lot of people that are currently doing art, and you never know how long people are going to be available for. So you can't really take it for granted and try to make like super long-term plans based on that. But for the moment, for the plans we have for 2.3, everything's going pretty fast actually. Like Bob's doing a lot of the CSA stuff. That's a lot of it's being shared between Phoenix Rising and TR. So like some of us are going to be modeling and texturing that, and then both mods will use it. And then I'm working on all the stuff I said. Kalo just finished punishing one, which is Dengar's ship. Dengar's available in skirmish currently, ground skirmish in 2.2, but we wanted punishing one done, but it wasn't ready for the release. So it will be coming in 2.3. But yeah, so that's in. I'm trying to think what else. Leverage working on Malevolence. I'm working on Invincible and TIE Punisher. Then I'll probably work on the Asserter again for a little bit.
Victorious.
But yeah, everything's going pretty well right now. And I'm just going to completely jinx it by saying that. Now everyone on the team is going to start fighting. Everyone's going to leave, and then my hard drive and all the GitHub servers or something will crash. And that's how it'll go. I'm going to put you in Bosk's fleet.
Understood.
It's weird having Bosk with the fleet. But it's technically Shea Hublin's fleet, so you guys can go to Fregasso Asteroids again, and you should be good to take that on.
Cruiser reporting.
And I think I'm going to send our Bespin fleet up to Endor now.
System conquered.
Oh, they left. Perfect.
Beginning construction.
So let's begin construction.
Constructing.
Hull 3 shipyard.
Tactical battle imminent.
This would be better off at Yagdal, actually. The 2 hypervelocity guns. Well, I guess if we have Chardin or Chandrilla, or whichever planet was right there. I think it's Chardin.
Enemy has been
Chandrilla is more north. But yeah, if we have Chardin, then they can't get in past that planet anyway, so it won't matter.
Choose your reinforcements.
Well, let's get in Giant Triangle of Doom. Let's put Sorian Broke in behind you, and Marauder in behind you as well. Get some Tartan action going in there. 55th Bomber Wing and Supremacy.
Order acknowledged. Choose your reinforcements.
And Aristotle.
Moving out. Right way.
Outer Annoyance, you can go in there too.
Ready to receive orders.
Okay, they're not immediately blowing up the vigils right now, so that's an improvement. I think it might have just been where they were put that before that they were so angry about it.
Charlton cruiser reporting. Back around for another run. He's headed your direction.
Getting alarm.
Star Destroyer standing by.
Intercepting. Enemies in range. I've got him. Target locked. Stay in formation. Get behind them. Form up. I have them. Target.
Let's focus on the ISD. It looks like Giant Triangle of Doom is taking a lot of damage, but a lot of the larger ships, their health is more loaded in their like hull points as opposed to their shields. So it can be deceiving. Oh, the interdictor's in there. It's hiding.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Ready for battle. Awaiting orders.
Ready. Move to attack.
Ties reporting in. Course set.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Yes, sir.
Roger that. Orders, sir.
Alright, you guys all want to go and blow up the station, please?
Yes, Commander.
Thank y'all. You've always got to be polite to your units, or else how can you expect to get the best out of them?
Awaiting orders. Engaging the enemy. We've got them on scopes.
Intercepting.
Tractor beam activated.
Too far.
Target locked.
The range on that should probably be a little bit bigger.
Reporting. Bombs.
Excellent shot. Under control. I'm on.
Yes, sir. Bombs deployed.
Awaiting your orders. Enemies attack
We're
commencing.
being targeted.
Have them now. Squad, move in. Target locked. Eliminate.
The lasers are our target.
Yes, Commander.
Watch him. He's coming around. I'm
Hit
on.
the ion cannon banks.
Oh, they have some little friends up there.
I've got returning to your position. I'll take care of this.
Can we get our vigils to go deal with their little friend? No, we don't have an interdictor here.
Awaiting your command.
Closing on target. I'm on.
They did,
He's about to be destroyed.
but I don't know if they're going to let me use it.
Your command, sir.
Oh, this is still an engine. I didn't check for that properly. Oh well. Tell the rebels I sent you. Let's see. We can go into Endor and then leave that. Do we want to take Bakura? The Empire of the Hand generally isn't very aggro until Era 4. So we won't need to worry about them for a while. The PA is doing a pretty good job over here. Their color's still probably a little bit darker than I'd like. Yeah. No, is it? Not really. No, I'm lying. This whole situation is probably going to get resolved. Empire of the Hand took Coruscant. One of the things we do need to do in Empire's End, I don't think it's as much of a problem in Art of War, is that there's some planets in a line here that should be Imperial but are empty in Empire's End specifically. So I don't know why I'm talking about it here, but it is something that probably needs to change. Alright, so you guys go up to Endor. I'm going to... Oh, Tarkin Family Estates. That's no moon. That's a Tarkin Family Estate. So Utapau, do you want to be a vehicle planet? We really don't have much production going on. Yeah, so let's do that. And
Cruiser reporting.
Construction.
I guess you guys can join up on the Endor fleet.
Complete.
The Avethan planets won't open up for a while. This is probably the most reported thing as a bug in 2.2. The fact like people think their game is broken because they see the flashing planets. So Biss, Avethan planets, and the Haven planets. But it's just because they're locked for story purposes. But it is like by far the thing that people most often report as a bug. Morja I should actually probably turn into...
Construction.
Yeah,
Constructing. Building.
we'll build the hypervelocity guns there. Alright, so let's go in Endor.
Invasion commencing.
Ewoks have been nerfed fairly recently. Well, it was in the 2.2.5 release, so... Or one of the 2.2 patches.
Awaiting orders.
So it's nothing really new, but... They used to just wreck everything, now they slightly less wreck everything, I think.
Choose your
I didn't
reinforcements.
test that as much,
Shields up.
so I'm not 100% sure how it worked out.
Destination set.
We've lost the landing zone.
Yeah, this isn't going to work out. I think the starting forces on this map need to all be moved over here for the defender. Otherwise, you need to dump everything in there, and it's super risky. It's not worth dropping more units in there. I'll use the Death Star.
Complete. Construction.
So you guys want to keep Endor? Okay, I'll let you do that. It'll be a buffer for us for the Empire of the Hand.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
That will mean we need to
Construction.
get some defenses there.
Beginning construction.
Um,
Moving to sector.
Chardin, should we do that? Or should we go push out to Rhodey a little bit? Let's push out to Rhodey a little bit. We don't really use this fleet for much. That'll give us Rhodey and Ryloth. We can go all the way up to Bothawai without expanding our
Tactical
front there. And then if we end up with Yagdal, or let's say Morja, Chardin, and Bothawai as our front, we can build up a little bit there. And that'll be, I think that's a good short-term goal for us. Then I guess I'll ask you guys in the comments. Would you rather go after the Empire of the Hand, the Empire, or the New Republic? Because those are, I think, our three options right now, really. We can go out to the west and up for the Empire of the Hand, which probably not the most optimal, but if you guys want to fight the Empire of the Hand, then that's
Choose your reinforcements.
something we can do. There's the Empire in the core, or we can keep going along the eastern side of the galaxy and fight the New Republic. This is something that definitely needs to be redone sooner than later. The Torpedo Sphere. This one is Suicide Sphere.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Alright, Hublin
Move out.
into the front. The source of our quote from our first episode. Try to endures.
Right away.
Torpedo Sphere, get in the back there.
Commander, take out the iron cannon.
Artillery units like this are definitely going to stay around. It's
Our
just
primary target
the art
is
for this one is
the
awful. Complete garbage. Regular Vigil. Just send an ISD, a VSD in there. Both ISDs, I guess, indefatigable.
Heading out.
Headed your direction.
Roger that.
Okay, so the VSD I'm going to send after the actual station.
Position.
The ISDs we can take out
Is the laser
that with.
destroyer here. Copy.
Engaging the enemy. Watch your back.
I copy.
Target locked. Intercepting.
Report.
And again, if you do want to get in on the patronship names, link in the description for that, with an overview of how that works.
Changing course to intercept.
Star destroyer standing by.
Alright.
Be around much longer. Target clear.
Star destroyer.
You want go for the Corvette first.
Yes, Commander.
TIE defender standing by.
Hublin, you can come over here.
Attack position. Awaiting orders. Moving to coordinates. Attack.
You can help with the station then, because they're going to destroy the VST before.
Awaiting your orders. Awaiting your command. Batteries online.
Copy. I'll take care of this.
Your
Our
command,
primary
sir.
engine system
Fire.
is down. We've lost our turbo lasers. They've destroyed our ion cannons.
Commander, open fire. Attack that target.
Okay, here we go.
These are our targets.
More where that came from.
Attacking target.
Reporting. Acquiring target.
Reporting in. Fire at will.
Defender squadron reporting.
Enemy forces.
Roger that.
Direction. Taking them out.
Form up.
Engaging the enemy.
Those aren't real, so they're not actually getting away. Before anyone gets too scared. Poor VST. Died so young. Rhodia. Oh, that's another thing we actually do need to do. Get the Rhodian civilians done. Because we have Rhodian models for recasts. But
Moving out, sir.
I don't think we ever actually made the civilian version of it.
Building
Which we intended to for with the same model. Okay, so Chardin we should go up to. Let's check out what's actually going on at Chardin. And alright, you guys made it, so we can go to Rhodia. I usually like to go one planet short, just in case they get they attack at their own planet again, which the AI typically likes to do. They want to break the blockades of their planets.
ready. Moving to that area, sir. Choose your reinforcements.
Destination set.
Right away.
Destination is acknowledged.
Heading out. Fallout troops. Inbound. An abandoned sensor array.
Do they have turbo lasers? No, just the shield. Okay, so there's a bunch of AT-ATs right here, and you're gonna stand there.
Moving out, sir.
Copy.
It's a good plan.
Fallout troops. Roger that. Proceeding to target.
I guess they want the bunker too.
I copy.
Form up. On my way, sir.
Reporting.
Let's move out. Awaiting your orders. Fire at will. Walker moving out.
Yes, sir.
Those Plex dudes are gonna be an issue.
Roger. Let's go.
Copy. Attacking. Targeting.
Choose your reinforcements.
There we go. Yeah, we definitely need some anti-infantry
Yes,
vehicles.
Commander.
I don't even know what they have for that.
I copy.
I'd love to at some point give a Raidu specifically.
Reporting in.
I think it was from a Rogue Squadron game.
This way.
There was
Blast them.
a tank that was like, I think it was a transport kind of thing,
Over there.
where there were sort of two prongs on each side, or not two prongs on each side, a prong on each side. So it was the main tank body, and then along either side there was
Ready.
a
Initiate
prong thing with a
attack
turret at the
run.
front. And we used to have a model for it. Dr. Knickers made it, and I think he was intending to put it in FX mod, which is sort of like another
Roger that.
offshoot of TR that
Reporting. As you wish, General.
Sighted them.
a lot of the assets were shared between, because like Cody was just making FX and TR. It was TR was built as, or one of the first versions of TR we sort of rebuilt off of
Providing covering
some of the work he made in the FX mod.
suppressive fire.
Form up.
But
Attack.
I don't think that model's around anymore, or else I'd put it up on screen just to show you guys what I'm talking about.
Awaiting orders. Fire.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Alright, so we're gonna get over to this. Do we even have anything? Not really. Bosk
Yes, Commander. Firing.
would be useful,
Providing
but
covering fire.
I copy.
Nope, that's an anti-vehicle turret.
Reporting.
It's going to kill you.
Target acquired.
Mauler ready.
That's an anti-vehicle turret. It's going to kill you.
Yes, Commander.
It killed you.
Attack.
Time Mauler. Copy.
Okay.
Ready. Moving out. AT-AT ready. Weapons armed. Walker moving to attack.
Keep going.
Transport ready.
Activation. This way.
Reporting in.
Still an anti-vehicle turret. Still going to kill you.
Reporting.
Yeah, you guys can
Squad.
pick
move
it
out.
up a little bit. Okay, so Bosk
Choose your reinforcements.
and our A9.
Order acknowledged.
You guys can go after that.
Available.
What are we bombardmenting? Probably... That looks like a good target.
Roger that. Targeting at maximum firepower.
Go forward a little bit.
Cannons charged. Attack. Fire.
When more of the collision mesh is facing you, it's a lot easier to actually take it out. Because, again, you can sort of see it was trying to shoot at the tip of the weapon, and when you're facing it, that's fine, because it has the backdrop of the, what's it called?
Roger that.
Of the dish thing, so it'll still hit part of the collision mesh. Whereas if it's shooting straight on into the into the muzzle,
Form up.
then it's not going to have as much surface area that it can go for,
Reporting.
and then you end up missing it.
Form up.
So until we can patch that, oh,
Advancing.
there we go. Until we can patch that, I do recommend just
Awaiting your orders.
checking the angle you're shooting at if you're missing something,
Attack.
and we'll try to get that fixed when we can. With
Roger that.
one of the good things about the Steam Workshop in particular is that we can just put out smaller patches like that, because that shouldn't impact anyone's saves. With 2.2, with the official patches being done for that, like the major version changes,
I copy.
basically what that'll mean is that we're trying not to push any more changes that will mess with saves. But other stuff like that,
Copy.
that stuff's not going to mess with your save if we change some of the hard points on stuff.
Roll out. Deploying.
Lead the way. Report enemies in range. Advance. We'll check it out.
Ready for orders.
You guys go in.
Awaiting orders. Squad, advance.
Awaiting orders. Copy. Scanning for enemies.
Yes, sir. Attack that target.
I copy. There they are. Initiate sweep. Setting course. Changing course. They are in my sight.
Yes, sir. Forward. Spreading out.
I'm here, sir.
Reporting.
Unit destroyed. Yes, Commander. Attacking target.
Alright, so there's Rhodia.
Reporting in, sir. I will crush them.
Alright, so we got a few planets.
Control achieved.
So yeah, so let me know which faction you guys want to go after first. We can go up the core against the Empire. We can go along the right against the New Republic. Or we can go along the left against the Empire of the Hand. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the series so far. Remember, if you have any other questions, you want to leave them in the comments, do that, and I'll either address them directly in there or try to get to them in the video as well. And if you do want to get in on the patron ship names, there is a link in the description for that. So thanks again for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series, and I will see you next time. Bye.